Hey y'all, time for some quick little Friday night chat. A couple topics. Y'all know this is a live, so get into the waiting room music. And of course, if this is a replay, you can go ahead and skip it. Be in a second. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner. This is a quick little Friday night chit chat. A couple topics to discuss. Okay, something easy to relax on this Friday evening. I just got home from work, but I am happy that y'all are here to have a little talk with me. Okay, now at the end of this, if y'all have questions, you can always put the word question, and if I have answers, I will answer it for you. But I want to stick to the topics that I have to discuss for right now. Okay. But first things first, if you have not done so already, take a moment to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and all that goodness and stuff. Okay, do not forget to like the video. Okay, it costs you nothing. Okay, go ahead and hit like right now. You ain't got nothing to do. Okay, like, because it is always appreciated. Okay, do not forget to also relax, to relate, to release, to center yourself and everyone around you. You can always also inhale, okay, and exhale because it helps you to do what? To chill out and not punch somebody in the face. I am here, okay? And do not forget to follow me on social media, on my IG or my Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. The link is right here. Not the link, but the name's right there. Okay, the link is in the description box below the video, okay? That's neither here nor there. So, I know y'all want to get to the Porsha thing. That's going to be last, okay? That's the last that I'm going to discuss. I want to just touch on a few topics, okay? I hope everybody had a great week, had a great Friday. Is going to have a great tomorrow, too. I also want to mention tomorrow will officially be my 4-year YouTube anniversary. I have been doing YouTube for 4 years. I started in September 2016. I did like 5 videos, but they were not consistent at all. Like I did like one, skipped a month, did one, and what that. But when I did videos on April 17th, 2017, I never stopped. So that is my official YouTube start date to me. So yeah, tomorrow will be my 4-year anniversary. I'm going to have a whole little hey, you're my screen, baby. Hey, boo. I'm going to do a giveaway because I was supposed to do a giveaway when I hit 20,000 subscribers. I kept forgetting because I'm forgetful or whatever. And I have like tumblers, I have face masks, and also booklets to give out as prizes. So I'm going to have a 4-year anniversary like giveaway. Okay, I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna probably do a video tomorrow about that and stuff and whatnot. Okay, so I'm happy to be still around. Look, because you would not look. YouTube is hard. Okay, it's not as easy as people think it is or whatnot to stay consistent, to be able to entertain people or whatnot. So I'm happy with that and stuff and stuff and stuff. So on to what I want to discuss today. I want to first pop on about JLo and ARod or whatever. They have been dating for I think it was 3 years. And, the fact that they have officially announced that they are no longer together, they have officially broken up, I'm not surprised, okay? I am not, surprised at all. I'm not shocked. JLo has a history, okay, of going around the world and and, well, also, that's a song, but still. But she has a dating past, okay? Now, when they did not get married, last year, when it was supposed to happen, due to COVID, when they didn't do it at all, something said something ain't right. Okay. I feel like when you want to marry someone, COVID don't stop you from doing that. You just, change out the plans of it all. I'm like, look, I felt like people for COVID get married, have a little ceremony or whatever, a virtual whatever, little some, and then the following year or 2 years later or whatever, then have your big party to do and whatnot. But when they did not get married, when they did not only not get married, they also did not reschedule or nothing. You're like, okay, we're not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. That's it. We're gonna leave it be. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, well, that's fine. Something from that point forward made me feel like, okay, they not gonna last much longer. And then like last month, when there was news coming out that they had officially broken up, they then said, hold up, that's not true. We was having some issues. We working through it. We're gonna be together. We're gonna work things out. And I was like, I don't think so. And lo and behold, in April, they announced themselves, they released their own statement that they had broken up. They would be better off as just friends and this and that. And they want, of course, privacy, because of their kids and their families and whatnot. Let's just take a look at JLo's history. Okay. JLo has dated, around, and I don't mean that in any negative way. I mean, she's a person who seems to like being in relationships. Okay. Her first marriage, that meant Ohani, was a waiter. That was a year. She then dated, Puffy for some time until shit got hot and they was in jail or whatever. And she said, not with my career. She said, no, I'm leave that man be because he's ghetto and whatnot. She then got with, Dancer Chris. Was that Dancer Chris? Yeah, Dancer Chris. They got married. I believe that marriage was also for a year. They then broke up. She got with good old Ben Affleck. Okay, they dated for a while. They were engaged, okay? And what happened? Broke off the engagement, did not get married, boom, pow, pow, okay? And their wedding was called off like the day before the wedding, okay? The day before the wedding is when I believe they stuff got called off. She then got with Mark Anthony, boom, pow, pow, married Mark Anthony, was married for, I believe, like 9 to 10 years, had the twins, Max and Emmy or whatever, cool. They didn't divorce. She then got with over here, Bo. No, Casper. Is it? Wait, what's his name? Is Casper? I think he goes by Casper. She calls him Bo. But she then dated him off and on for like maybe 4 or 5 years or whatever. That then broke up, and she then got with ARod. Okay, and that they had been together for the past 3 years, and now it's over. But again, she is a person who I feel like she will consistently be in some kind of a relationship, and when it don't go right, she's like, you know what? I'm going to move on to the next man. I don't see nothing wrong with that because men do it all the time. They date a girl, and keep moving on. I mean, as far as we know, she be in like serious relationships or whatever. We've never seen her like this kind of fool la la a little bit. I'm saying, look, bumping and grinding or nothing. She don't do that too much as far as we know. Because what goes on behind closed doors, we don't know. But again, I was like, I'm not surprised. Not at the all. I feel like the rumors of him possibly cheating or not cheat, I think it was rumors of him messing around with somebody. They said it wasn't true, but I feel like that did not help the relationship or whatever. So again, I'm like, who's she gonna date next? It's like I don't think she's gonna go back to Mark Anthony. I don't do that at all. I feel like she's gonna date a black man next with a big piece. She better not date, like Kofi. She can't date him. Maybe she'll date Trey Songz. I don't know. All I know is, what I'm saying, she is going to just move on to the next man, and that's fine, okay? Thank you, Melissa P. Hey, Lisa, we heard you. So glad I found you to go. Thank you. Happy 4 years to me. Yeah, thank you. He was rumored to mess around with the lady from Southern Charm. Yeah, that's what I heard, but I was like, I don't watch that show, so I don't really care that much. And I felt like even if he didn't, I'm not surprised that they broke up. I feel like something about them worked when it worked, but something about them also felt like, okay, it's a good match because it looks good on TV. It looks good for the people or whatever. And it ran its course. But again, hopefully they'll both grow from this or whatever and be good. She needs to date private and bust out marriage. I don't know, but okay. And I don't want her to. She gotta leave Trey Songz alone. Don't do that with me. Don't leave him alone. No, I don't think it was a PR stunt because again, it was 3 years. But something about it felt like it made sense because it made sense, even if it wasn't like real true blue love forever and ever. And we have these people who get together. And then like, oh, this is the best love I've ever had. It's like, yeah, for right now. Because if in a year down the line, you may not be that happy. But again, I'm just not surprised. It was what it was. She is what she is. He's what he is. And we wish them both the best. Okay. That's also why I feel like people should. Sometimes things work out and sometimes they don't. But I do feel like JLo lives her life like, either way, I'm gonna be okay because she's a rich, Latino, Puerto Rican woman or whatever. So it's not as if she's out here, scrapping and surviving. But I do feel like she be like, I'm gonna go full throttle, and whatever happens, happens. And I think that's why she's usually like in like long term, a couple years here and there, versus other people who we see could be like dating for a couple months and it's over. So again, I wish her the best, and we're gonna hope whoever they date next, is better than before. I want to touch on Nick Cannon a little bit too. Nick and these kids, and we see, all the different maternity shoots he had, with his wife, Mariah Carey, went with the twins. Okay, so back then or whatever, because the twins is 9. So that was 9 years ago. We then have up here, okay, the first, this is Brittany Bell. Okay, this is the first pregnancy when she was pregnant with Golden. And then the second pregnancy with Brittany Bell with baby girl who she just had in December. And now we have, right here. Now we have, Abby De La Rosa, okay, who's not pregnant with twins. Now we also know that during the time too, he was also out here messing with Jessica White, and she's came out and said how she had been pregnant by him as well, but she had suffered miscarriages. And the reason I brought this back up again is because so many people was like, oh, but Nick's okay because Nick has money. Nick's okay because he will be able to financially support them kids. And looking like, but is that fair to the children? Is it fair to the kids? And I was talking to my friend today, and he said how he did not agree with me and my opinion of Nick is out here like Future. And I feel like people compare it differently. We know Future duck his kids and whatnot, that's fine. But I still feel like anybody who's creating multiple families in different houses, different states, is what I mean by comparing him to Future. Yes, Future is not responsible at all. He is out here just all willingly knocking people up. Yeah. But at the same time, so is Nick. Even if he's deciding, and I don't really include Mariah because that was his wife, but I do feel like, and not even really Brittany Bell the first time, but the second time, it was a weirdness of him dating other people. Brittany was pregnant at the same time that Jessica White was saying that she was with him. It was a weirdness in it. And then the fact that Brittany Bell had their daughter in December, and now Abby De La Rosa, okay, is pregnant with twins, and it's only April. So which means he had both women pregnant within the same year. And if we count Jessica White being pregnant as well, in 2020, he had 3 women pregnant at the same time. But unfortunately, Jessica White's pregnancies, did not come to fruition. And for me, I'm like, we need to acknowledge that he's a bit of a fuckboy, because you can't possibly be available for these children all the time. And I compared it to, like, you can take care of home, yes. You can pay for all the bills, yes. However, at some point, you will not be able to be there for those kids. Nick is already busy, in the world of entertainment, and he's already going to be gone a lot because of his jobs and what he has to do to make money to support, his children. So, separate from that, you being gone for work, you now have to be gone because you have to see other kids. And I don't see any of these women, moving to a farm and all living on a compound. It's just weird. And not weird, I won't say it's weird. And people do what works for them. And I don't, because my friend also said how, what was Nick supposed to not have any more kids? Because, and I was like, well, no, it's not that. My point is, when you're getting multiple women pregnant at the same time, that's my issue. That's what I feel like don't make no damn sense. That's what makes me feel as if you like Future. Even if you are picking who you get pregnant, even if you are financially supporting them, that does not mean that it's fair to the children. Because again, at the end of the day, your kids will be raised separately. And at some point, when they get old, they're going to say, Daddy, you weren't around much. Because not only were you busy working, you had brother and sister, whoever else, to tend to cross the way. And that's how I look at things. And even though my friend, put up how he wasn't there physically for his 2 sets of children, he was still there as much as he could be, working, doing this and doing that. And I'm like, yeah, but it's different because you was a teenager, when you had your kids, whatever. Nick is fucking 40. He's making these decisions, and he's fucking 40. I do feel like, somebody who is 18 and gets a girl pregnant, and then you 20 and get a girl pregnant, and then you 24 and get somebody else pregnant. And you know what I'm saying? That's young, dumb shit. Nick not young and he not dumb. He's old and he should be wise, more wise than what it seems he is. And I know he wants to, be fruitful and multiply, but you can't multiply with one person. Why are you multiplying with multiple women? My whole issue is the amount of women he had knocked up at one point in time. Because for 2020, it seemed like it was 3. And I feel like he's not done having kids. He's going to keep having kids as he should if he want to. But I'm like, again, you're creating these multiple families. Like, you didn't want to knock up Brittany again. Like, why knock up De La Rosa? You know what I'm saying? Because if you do have more kids, will it be with one of these 3 women? Or will it be a 4th? I don't know. But it's just, it makes me mad that their only comparison was, well, Future doesn't take care of his kids. He runs from his kids. It's like, yes, but it's still different households. Nick may not be running from his kids, but he still won't be there as much for his kids because he got too many in too many households. That's just my type. I want to read some comments just so I can see what y'all saying too. Okay. He has a type. He does. It seems, his women always do seem to, be, some thing. I don't know why I just laughed. You pop Nick on the screen. He trying to make, yes, because they all have photo ops. I said we said, I think on a panel yesterday. I can't remember if it was doing the live or our conversations that we have in private. It was like, Nick probably give out, baskets to when he gets pregnant. You know what I'm saying? It's the baby's the basket. You get a photo op, a whole maternity shoot, and then a little basket. If a woman has 5 baby daddies, she should be labeled all types of hoes. I don't think hoe is the right word. I don't think Nick is a hoe. I just think he doing too much. And the difference is, a woman can have 5 baby daddies, but all her kids gonna be together in her house. But again, I would not call that woman a whore, not at all. Because to me, you that's not a hoe. I'm gonna leave it to that. Obviously, he messing with around the same time. Someone pH balances off, raw dogging. And again, it's like he's choosing who to knock up, which is fine. The turbans wrapped too tight around his head. Slow down, Nick. Yeah, I mean, whatever. He out here spreading his seed, not taking into account that them kids will need more than money. They need parent time. They need to be there for the big things and little things. I agree. I said that too to my friend. Nick took his album role too serious. Why did he have to return? Honey, I will say this. He's into turbans now because as he said that's him being a king or whatnot. I'm not mad at the turbans. You know what I'm saying? I wear, headbands all the time. So I'm not too mad at that. He's open about what he wants, and he said he likes multiple women. That's true. That's fine, but I still think, you know what I'm saying, it's different households. Nick must be poly, probably lets these women know he has other women. And I don't think he is secretly like banging chicks on the low, whatever, and they don't know what's going on. But for me, I just feel like, at what point do you think about your kids having to be raised separately with different moms? So that means they have different upbringings. Even if you're their father, to me, the kids are still separated. Okay, so that's what's weird to me. Notice how slowly niggas kind of growing at dad vibe. I think it's because, I don't know. I'm leave that man be because it is what it is. Not right. Well, the women accept it because of his money. Well, I guess, I don't know. I'm saying what you mean now. I still can't compare him in the future. Yeah, because I do not mean that Nick is like Future. I do not mean that he's a deadbeat, that. But I mean in the guise of a man who was getting multiple women pregnant, having separate households, but no one is speaking about, Nick, why you keep doing that, bruh? Where they'll down Future because he knocked someone else up. Okay. And I feel like because Nick has this good reputation, no one's saying, oh, don't get pregnant by Nick Cannon. He's going to be a great sperm donor. But we know with Future, you got to fight for checks. For Future, you have to fight for everything. He not paying shit up off the rip if he doesn't want to. Because let's be honest, Future claims some of his children. The issue he had with them last two was because he did not want to claim them last two. But, that's what happened. You fuck random people. Hey, sister. What he has put woman? Yes. He brought dogger during COVID, and he nasty. But yeah, it's some bullshit. But again, you know what I'm saying? I just think, that's just my opinion of it. Hey, ma. But again, I just think he needs to kind of slow down a little bit. And my thing is, again, I do not want anyone to think I'm saying that he is like Future as a deadbeat. He is like Future when it comes to creating different, households with different sets of children. Mariah has two, Brittany Bell has two, and now De La Rosa will have two. So 2 sets in three households. In the end, that's what if he does a whole new set of kids or a whole new set of somebody getting pregnant. It's like, what's gonna happen? We see on holidays how he has these separate photos at each woman's house, between the days. If on Christmas, on 22 and 23, he had one house. On 24, 25, he had somebody else. Like, he's always having to be in multiple places at different times. And my thing is that at all fair, what about the children? Okay? It's the kids I think about. And that's my whole point. You cannot possibly be there for 6 children who live in 3 separate households. And we know for damn sure that Mariah ain't going to bend her will to help you in any way because you now have these 2 sets of new kids and 2 new families. You know what I'm saying? I don't see like, what? We'll bend. It's like, no, that's on you. If you can't be here for Christmas, that's on you. Get here, ex-husband. Can't do that. But yeah, I'm like, girl, but I get he pays for his children, but again, it takes more than money to raise a child. We know that we see many rich people kids who fucked up because their parents wasn't there. So when people say, oh, well, the money will be fine, like, yeah, but what about the person growing? He got 2 boys with her, a boy with each of them, basically. How would he help teach them to be a man? How could you teach 2, 3, 4 boys and 3 separate households to be a man? Okay? Your 9-year-old son, little boy here It's like 4. I think he's 4. Brittany Bell and his son. And then the new twins, will be newborns or whatever. How does that happen? Girl, he can look. Nick on some BS. Okay. People were saying Usher and Neo up there, Nick, but Usher has 2 kids by his ex-wife. He then has his new daughter with his new girlfriend. So that was like kids with my wife, and then one other set. But he has custody if I believe so. Usher has custody of his 2 sons and with the daughter. Now with Neo had 2 kids with his ex who he was engaged to, and then Neo has, I think, about to have the 3rd kid with his current wife. And to me, that's different. That's a way to say, I had a life that did not work out. I then moved on to this relationship, but now we having kids, and I'm having to juggle this my household and one other household. I don't mind 2. I think 2 was just you moving on with life. But when you have 2 plus a 3rd plus whoever else you're messing with all within the same year, that's different to me. To me. But I'm going to leave that be. Okay, so that was all I wanted to discuss, about Nick. I told you I won't be on here too long, okay? I'm tired. I just got off work. Let's move on to the game, okay? The Game, who we know is a rapper. I meant to pull up his tweets to have them up here, but I guess I can probably share my screen with y'all because The Game out here being foolish and whatnot, and I don't know why he out here doing that. I want to be sure that all the tweets are still up so I can read them from the bottom on up with y'all, okay? Because he was on some BS, on some complete. You know what? Hold on, because I can see better this way. So, The Game was on Twitter and just saying some crazy, foolish things. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What is you doing? Gang, what are you doing? Now, the first one that I felt like he was going crazy saying foolish things was on, what is this from? What the date was on here? Yeah, I know I can't see stuff sometimes. I'm trying to be sure I'm seeing the right thing. I probably should share my screen. Hold on. So y'all can see it too. Application. Oh. Twitter. Okay, boom. So I believe y'all can now see the same thing that I see. Let me know if y'all can't, because I'm hoping that y'all can. So he started, back, I believe it was in March. Okay. And I was like, what is wrong with The Game? Why is he saying these crazy, crazy things? And the first one I saw was from March 8th. Let me scroll on down to March 8th, y'all. Hope y'all can still see stuff. Let me go back to see if y'all can't see stuff. Can y'all see everything right? I hope so. Do not forget to like this video. Thank you very much. So on the 8th, this is when I said, okay, what is he talking about? What is Game? And I hope don't no messages come up on here while I'm talking. But he put, women get a little good dick sprinkled on them and don't know how to act. And I was like, where did that come from? Okay, so that was the first tweet. I was like, okay, he on some, on some other stuff or whatever. And then from there, the next one I thought that was weird. I'm like, nobody's seeing what he's saying. Okay, he then did this one on March 13th, starting the Ask Your Girl challenge. Ask your girl if she had all the dick she sucked in her mouth at once, how many would it be? I'm like, who says that? Who says that to that girl? Where'd that come from? How? I was like, what is wrong with The Game? Okay, so after that one, again, this is back in March, okay? Back in March. We're going to keep on scrolling up some other things we got, okay? The next one that I saw was, see, this one wasn't that bad. There are so many beautiful women. I can click on it. There are so many beautiful women in the world, especially these days. Even when you get you a bad bitch, Soon as you got her, you see another one you think is better. You gotta have that one to repeat this process that you had lost them all one by one. Find your wife and delete IG. I'm like, but game, you don't even live that life. So how is you coming about anybody else when you don't live that life, sir? Okay, I'm like, whatever. He then, not being mean not being mad at or hating a motherfucker no more brings you so much peace. I'm like, who you mad at, gang? Who got you upset? What's going on? Okay, he then went on to say like life is like a corn dog. Women only want your wiener if you got bread. Oh, so now we go digging hoes who want bread on hot dog sticks. I don't want bread on hot dog sticks. I don't want a wiener. Okay, the fact that you call your penis a wiener, I don't like it no more. Okay, what's wrong with you? And my point is like, it's not, he can't say that he had a day of saying stuff. He's been saying stuff for weeks, okay, for that over a month and whatever, okay? And I'm like, no. He then brings up, so right now you got her, you can call her and get a response. She smiles when she see you, and you know she your heart. Keep the focus. Oh, keep the focus right there, my nigga. Cause when you fuck off your for sure pussy, trying to get more pussy, you end up with no pussy. Again, somebody hurt him. Okay, somebody. Stand next to me and let me show you how to enjoy life. Niggas out here following the wrong blueprint. I'm looking like, what game? What blueprint do you have to show me? Okay, what's going on? Then here it comes. I'm over the pursuit of what a social media deems a bad bitch. I'm like, first of all, why I gotta be a bad bitch? Why can't it be just a bad female? Why the word bitch? Why so much? Okay, anyway, these days, if we vibe, we vibe. I don't care what you look like. Beautiful soul over physical attributes any day is the heart for me. He lied. We know he lying. We don't trust you, okay? We don't believe you. Leave it be. Stop telling on yourself, okay? I don't believe you, game. I do not believe you. He then goes into this from the 12th. We got to do better protecting. We have to do a better job at protecting women. I'm like, bruh. First thing they brought up, how he is ordered to pay $7 million after losing the assault case with that lady from that TV show. She got gained. It happened in 2015, 6 years ago. Okay, so again, he's saying all this stuff, but he's not living it. Okay, he then said, I need some usher money to give to these no ambition having niggas that always got their hand out. So you better the man or woman. Okay, what is going on in your life? And he gets into the whole dating thing. Maybe I'm old school, but my woman ain't paying one damn bill, no rent, no mortgage, no car note, not nails, hair, clothes, phone, or groceries. If you're taking care of home, cooking, and fucking the shit out of me, life on me, period. Oh, so I have to be your concubine? Okay, you pay all my bills as long as I'm there for you, hand and foot. Okay. He then put up, why she gotta pay half the rent. She giving you half the cooch or something. Niggas kill me since the beginning of time. Real men have always taken care of shelter, providing and protecting. And if you ain't got it, go get it. Okay, well, that what you think? Fine. If you're lucky enough to land an independent woman who works her ass off and still comes home to cook, clean, take care of the kids, and go crazy sexually, let her take what she makes in case y'all need it one day and still handle everything as a man. Okay, so I can work. Okay, I can be independent and work myself. But when I come home, I have to still do everything. Okay. Everybody different, but it just ain't in me to let my woman share the worry of paying for anything. I feel good carrying that load and I'm not changing. Okay, that's what you think. And then was that it? The term "I got it, baby, don't worry about it" makes most women's soul smile, heartwarming. Vagina gets more moist than perfect Toll House cookies. But what do I know? I'm like, he don't get it. Okay, he don't get it. Now, he was like how people was mad at his sweet. So let me go back to me. Let me get back to me. Okay, where I'm at, I'm right here. So he said, all of that. Okay, all of that. One, I don't like the term bad bitch. I don't. I think we should move on past the bad bitch part, leave that be. I feel like him saying that he doesn't want his girl to have to worry about paying the bills. I understand that logic of it, but how he explained it to me is what I don't like. You can't say that you don't want me to have to work. I should just do all the housework, fuck you, and then we be good. Take care of the kids, whatever. But if I am working, you still want me to do my own shit as an independent woman and come home and do all the work. So why can't you pay for a nanny and a maid and let me keep my money? I feel like he wants someone to be an at-home, open vagina who cooks meals and cleans the clothes. And I don't like when men feel like if I'm paying all the bills, then, she can just do nothing. I'm like, I don't believe that, because that means you didn't have control over me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when you are in a household, there's nothing wrong with both people contributing to the household bills. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, I don't feel like a man should be like, you know what, baby, move in with me if they have my rent. It's like, but how much you make? Like, it can be, we live together. I take care of all the rents and the home insurance or whatever, and maybe you pay the cable bill, the light bill, and the what. Like it can be a compromise thing where y'all are both contributing to paying the bills. I do not want to be with somebody who is paying for everything, because at some point, if he get pissed, I'm gonna be the broke bitch who we pay for. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. I never want to be at the hand of someone, saying I made you. You know what I'm saying? You live the life because of me. And I think I get his point that you do not want your woman to have to worry about the bills being paid. I get that. But what tripped me up was, so if I'm paying bills and she's giving me cooking food, cleaning up, doing woman's work, then she good. But if she also wants to work, she can keep her money, but when she get home, she has to be sure to take care of me. And I'm like, bruh, he hasn't. We haven't really seen him even dating people. He had that one fiance who he jerked around for a while or whatever. They didn't broke up, and for the most part, publicly he's been single. So I feel like, who is you even taking care of? Like, I don't get it, and I don't like it when men put the whole thing of, back in the day, the man was the provider. Because in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, it was just different. Women didn't have the same rights and openings for jobs as they do now. So why submit me to being just somebody who, if you pay the bills, I have to just do woman's work? And if I want to work because I'm independent, I have to still do all the stuff at home. I'm like, no, brother, don't do that. Don't do that. And then it's even how he talks about women that still sounds disrespectful. I'm like, bro, you need to either respect us or not. Which one is it? And I don't think that you respect me just because you pay all the bills. It's more to live with somebody than that. It's like that's the easy part. If he can pay all the bills, that's the easy part. But like, are you a good man? Do you love me? Do you treat me well? Besides the fact that you pay the bills that you are, because you live there too. If I wasn't here, the rent would still be due, or the mortgage. Either way it go, you benefit from you paying the bills. But are you a good person? You want me to fuck you, cook food for you, clean up. You want me to do all those things, but what are you doing for me besides paying the bills where you also live? Okay? How does that go now? Now, if we live separately, you know what I'm saying? And you have your space and I have my space and you're paying my bills and my house and I'm not having to worry about that, maybe I'll think about coming over and cooking some food. But I feel like, you can't make it seem as if because you pay the bills we both live at, that it makes you the man of it all. And I need to be with somebody like you because you pay all the bills. I would rather pay my own bills than deal with someone who does not want to be a partnership. Okay? Bruh, what the fuck? So I don't like his stance on it. I don't. It's a way to control things. Because again, if you pay on the bills, like if she work, let her keep that money. But if I don't work, I have to be dependent on you for whatever. If I need tissue, if I need nail polish, if I need pads, if I need a scrunchie, because I ain't working. I'm at home cooking the food, cleaning up, and waiting to fuck you. But if I need to go get some more panties, I got to get money from you. Yes, game, stab, stab, stab. Shout out to Bondi. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, for what? No. It was how he worded it that was like, it was some major bullshit. And he said it with such confidence. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how. I'm like, you don't sound cool. And not all women want a man to pay for it all to make us feel like they're the man and I'm the woman. No, we the couple. We in this together. Because if you pay all the bills and I ain't working, if God forbid something happen to you, what I'm gonna do? I had no resources because I've been dependent upon you for so long. You should want someone who wants to make their own money because again, you're not guaranteed to be here. We see every day people losing a spouse or whatever, you know what I'm saying, the other person or whatever. So why would you want someone to be solely dependent upon you? Because yes, because it's a partnership. Thank you very much. And because he's toxic completely. Thank you, Alexandra. Wish the game was really what his name say so he can hit the reset button. The game to me has always been a flawed individual in the way he has a tendency to act like he's a really good guy, but I don't really know that to be true. So I'm not sure. I'm like, whatever. But again, I'm like, I just don't like it. He made me mad. And I want to punch him in the throat. So, the last thing, well, not the last thing. Not the last thing. But I'll get into, boom. Okay. What y'all came to see. Okay. Porsha goes live to call out Kenya and clear her name. And look, I think most of y'all probably know how I feel. Okay, but I need y'all to like the video. Okay, I'm giving y'all a second because I'm thirsty. I had to eat some water. So yeah, like the video, please. Thank you, y'all in here watching me. So it's 159 people. It should be more than 79 likes. Okay, I'm up again, thirsty, mouth dry. Okay. I'm trying to see everything. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and hit the like button. Okay, it's free $99. Don't cost you nothing. And you here, so just like it. What's the issue? Ain't nothing about that. So on to Porsha. Calling out Kenya, if you want to be honest. Her live on IG from yesterday. So a story came out about the housewives in general with Vulture. And in that, Kandi was talking about how she went to the executives at Bravo to get things done for the betterment of Black people, Black Lives Matter. She wanted to get better programming, but not better. She wanted to get more inclusive, more diverse programming, staff, interns, all those things. She wanted them to hire more, be around more, have more, Black people around or people of color, minority people, on the show, on the network and all of that. So that is what Kandi was doing. She did that on her own. Okay. And then when she talked about it to the other ladies, and at this point, Nene is also involved too. So that's how, it goes back a little bit of ways. And the conversation of it all, some kind of way, a separate text between the ladies, including Porsha, where Porsha and Nene were saying things. And Porsha said what her and Nene was discussing, how they wish Kandi would have came to them. Not came to them, but they wish they could have all went to the network together because we're stronger in numbers. So that was the point. However, when things kind of blew up, Nene took the text of the conversations to AT Alien, from Straight from A. And she did a video about it. And this video happened, like, I think last year during the summer, when she put out these texts from that Nene gave her about the conversation. And allegedly, what Porsha's saying is that AT Alien implied that Porsha was trying to be rude, mean, or dog out Kandi for going to the producers of Bravo on her own. So that's what the gist of all of this is. Porsha's point to her video was that during the season, Kandi was upset about being told or thinking that me and Nene were talking about her about what she went and did separately from Bravo. And that wasn't what actually happened. So Kandi then wanted to confront Porsha, and she did that at Todd's birthday party. So that was filmed for the show. We kept saying that Bravo had filmed more things before Bolo Gate. Okay, when Bolo Gate happened, they scrapped a lot of other stuff and went with that story. And one of those things was the fact that Porsha and Kandi got into a conversation, a disagreement, or some kind of conversation about Kandi being upset, thinking that Porsha was saying that Kandi was being sneaky, underhanded about going to Bravo. So that happened at Todd's birthday party. Porsha said, from what she can remember, that the conversation wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? She explained herself, Kandi explained herself. It was not a big drag out fight or argument until Kenya came over and inserted herself in the drama. So that was that part of it. However, from the text that Porsha posted from her conversation with Kandi and even the stuff that we seen that Nene sent AT Alien, it wasn't a thing of them going off on Kandi. And also the thing that Porsha did that I'm trying to get all together, that Kandi was also bringing up was that this fight, this argument between Kandi and Porsha, that Porsha went to the producers or to Bravo and had it removed because she did not want Kandi to be doing anything Black Lives Matter. She said Porsha wanted to be the only person doing anything about Black Lives Matter. That's what Kenya said. Kenya's allegation was Porsha got the fight between Porsha and Kandi pulled because she wanted to be the only housewife doing anything Black Lives Matter related. That's what Kenya said. That's what she had been alluding to. She had been saying it for a while. It was on camera and stuff. And she was saying that too in different interviews. So Porsha's point in coming out was, let me clear my name and call out Kenya for being messy. And she also called out Kandi for not just saying what it really was. She allowed Kenya to keep putting a false narrative of why that scene was taken out. Now, Porsha said, I did go to Bravo and explain to them, you cannot air two Black women having a disagreement or argument about Black lives Matter. You can't air that. That would not look good for anyone because it was really just a misunderstanding. She also brought up how her and Kandi had talked about it on the show at Todd's birthday party. They talked again over the phone. They then talked again via text. Kandi expressed why she was upset that she did not like it seeming like Porsha and Nene was talking shit about her. Like she did not have the right to go to Bravo for what she wanted. And Porsha's point was, that's my point. That's not what we did. I sent you the text between me and Nene. That was not what it was. My only point was we would have been stronger together versus you going and doing something separately. But when we said you did that, we did not want to go to the network ourselves and ask for the same thing. So at that point, we were going to ask for donations versus asking for more programming. Now, she also, in the whole time Porsha was talking on her live, she was bigging up Kandi about the work she do, how much she respects Kandi. And she didn't have to do that. Because truth be told, I'm looking at Kandi sideways. Because for Kandi to know that what Porsha was being accused of was not true, to me, I felt like it would have been nothing to say, that's not really what happened. That wasn't the reason that she had it pulled. It wasn't pulled to make it seem as if Porsha was the only one doing Black Lives Matter, because Candy did the specials that Bravo did, which was like, it was a Race in America one. It was two different ones, like Race in America and something else. Those were both the shows Candy pitched to the network. So Candy did her programming. Porsha was on both shows. So to make it seem as if Porsha did not want to big up Candy, or she did not want Candy to whatever, that would make no sense, because Candy had her on the specials. That was on Bravo. That's crazy. When Candy had an event, for Candy Cares, Porsha was there helping out. Porsha donated money. So I'm like, clearly these two had kind of squashed it, but I still felt like I did not know why Candy didn't say, well, Kenya, that's not the reason it was pulled. And I feel like people gonna feel how they want to feel about if you like Porsha, if you like Candy, if you like Kenya. Fine. I'm not going to discuss or fuss with anyone on who they feel is this or that. What I will say is Nene was messy for sending the text to ATLian, because we know how messy she can be. Okay. She can be very, very messy or whatever. So that was messy part number one. I'm happy that Candy and Porsha were able to squash what it was earlier in the season, because the rest of the season it was good. Okay. So that was fine. However, Kenya was the one putting out false information. And I want to make it clear. Kenya said Porsha pulled it because she did not want to support Candy in doing anything Black Lives Matter on the network. That was not true. As she said, I had it pulled because I did not want to be fussing with a Black woman on TV about Black Lives Matter support. That don't help the cause. That doesn't help anyone. And if y'all are trying to push the narrative forward of us being strong Black women, we can't have that on the air. Any Black woman on here watching me who don't get that, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You have to get what Porsha said. That should not be aired. That's not going to look good. The fact that Kenya was okay with pointing that narrative, knowing it wasn't true, is bullshit. And let's be clear. The network made the decision to pull it. After Porsha explained the reason she felt like it should not be aired. Okay? They could have easily aired it. Easily. Easily. But what would we have said then if we seen Porsha and Candy fussing about who can have a Black Lives Matter, event, or how would we look at that? We would have read them both for filth, and it would have deviated from the plan, deviated from what needs to be done. And what needs to be done is unity among Black women. Us, period. But Kenya, as Porsha said in her video, does not put anything above herself. She doesn't. And anyone who would like to cause division between two Black women trying to do, because what has Kenya done for the movement? What? For what? They should have aired it. We should talk about it. Well, no, that's I'm talking about it because Candy didn't bring it up. No one brought it up except Kenya. And we kept saying, why she bring it up if it doesn't matter? We didn't see it. It's because we didn't need to hear about it at all. It's dumb. But people like to support Kenya in her bullshit. I've said before, when Kenya right, I don't mind supporting her when she's right. But Kenya does a lot of wrong for her own selfish ass reasons. And people choose to not see that. That's what aggravates me about Kenya fans who don't see the fact that she purposely misrepresented an argument between two people to make it seem as if Porsha is not a real Black Lives Matter supporter that was her point. Why do y'all think she keep bringing up Porsha's supposed to be about social justice, but why she, fucking Bolo? What does that have to do with anything? You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to see the bigger picture of what Porsha is trying to do. The fact that she said, years ago, I was dumb on this show. It was ignorant of me to say things, the whole, the Underground Railroad thing. She admitted she had to grow because she was stupid from before. And that is the reason why I can support Porsha when she's right, because she has admitted she has had to grow and be better. Kenya ain't better. She isn't. And she may be a great housewife villain. She may be a great, bad chick. That's fine. But what else does she do? Let me know. Has she grown? No. She's a whole mother. She's still miserable. And the fact that the explanation was just that the reason Porsha had to pull, to me, made complete sense to me. Because we kept on saying, if y'all gonna show, this, then, you can't be on your fuss and fighting or whatever. That's the part that I like. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Alexandria. Kenya Black card has been revoked, cut and burned. She has reached a new low. She want to change Porsha, and that's my issue. That's what she did. She attempted to shame Porsha into being a not real person trying to help the movement. And the fact that we have seen Porsha on the front lines getting arrested at a time when Black people were being killed. People were getting hurt and killed at protests, arrested, beaten up. All of that was happening. And Porsha was there trying to bring light, bring attention to the movement. And I like how Porsha said, don't think just because we not out here marching every day, that work ain't being done behind the scene. Like, we still out here trying to fight. I didn't go marching. Porsha did. I didn't get arrested for it. Porsha did. You know what I'm saying? And she, even in her live, once she wrapped that up, she then went into things that we had to do to help the movement. Y'all like to support, she said people get this show shit mixed up with real life. I get paid on Housewives to bicker with people. I get paid on dictation to respond to stuff, whatever. I don't get paid for that shit now. Okay, this is my free time. I do real shit. It's TV shit and real shit. Okay. Porsha needs to stop trying to be cool with Candy because she has to forgive her. Candy aggravated me at the fact that we saw Kenya on that speak on it that day, and she brought it up that Porsha tried to block this and that. And the fact that Candy still did not fully clear it up because she did not want to fully call Kenya a liar. She would rather tell half truths than to call Kenya out. That's not true. That's not what happened. So I don't like how Candy tried to say, I'm going to stay neutral, but you're really not neutral. Period. And I get that she may always hold a grudge with Porsha. That's fine, because what Porsha did years ago was fucked up. However, Porsha has grown in the last 4 years. She has. And if we don't allow people to change, how can we ask for change in the world? If we don't want the women on the show that we watch to be able to make mistakes, see how fucked up it was, and grow from it, how can we expect racist people and crazy people to change if we won't allow our own people to change? How? So the people who consistently bring up what Porsha did, what Porsha said 4 seasons ago, whatever how long it was, but she has since learned her lesson and grew from it and became a better person. You know what I'm saying? If Candy can let it go, that's on Candy. It makes me look at her sideways, because at this point, what's going on in the world is completely more important than anything else. You know what I'm saying? Period. Activism isn't about enriching yourself, and I think Candy went to Bravo to by herself for her own benefit. That's the issue. Well, no, I don't think that. I don't feel like Candy owed anyone a heads up about it. Candy has done much work and shows with Bravo, and Candy is a businesswoman. Porsha, big up Candy the whole time. On what she do, how she gets things done. She didn't have an issue with Candy doing that. Her opinion was that we could have been better together. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like she was trying to be for self because she included other people in it. And truth be told, we did not know that it was Candy's idea until Porsha told us. I didn't know that whole thing was Candy's, idea to the network. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's like it's different for me. I just don't like Kenya spinning a narrative that isn't true, and then putting attachments on that within Black Lives Matter and protesting and social injustice, and making it seem as if Porsha did not want Candy to do something on TV like that when she had done it with Candy. You know what I'm saying? So that was the thing that I thought. But that's all I got. Because that was the whole thing of Porsha's live. She just explained what happened, had the text to back it up, and all of that. The live is still on her IG page, I believe. I don't know if the text are still up. The texts are just simply, showing that she did talk to Candy and she did explain to Candy it wasn't what she thought. It wasn't how ATLian spit it. And that's something else. With Nene giving ATLian those texts, and then ATLian been able to give her interpretation of what it meant. That's where it came from, because ATLian then said, oh, well, it seemed like Porsha was dogging Candy. It seemed like Porsha was going at Candy. It seemed, or whatever. And that's at the time when Nene was probably being fired from Bravo. It was her feelings or whatever. So let's show how, it's some underhanded shit going on. And even in the text, either Porsha or Candy has said that Nene before has sent text messages to ATLian, to expose things. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that goes into that. But I feel like y'all can't see Kenya be full of shit. I don't know why. I really don't know why. And when Kenya is good, she's good. But when she is on this, I'm hell bent on this whatever, then that's what angers me. Because you using the wrong moments for the wrong moments. You know what I'm saying? Wrong road. This is just entirely. And you can be the villain, but not want to use the wrong thing for the wrong thing in the wrong way at the wrong time. Because it doesn't make any sense to make it seem as if, okay, Porsha just wants to be the only Black Lives Matter person on the show. That don't even sound right. It doesn't. And the scene that was pulled again was two Black women fussing about who can do Black Lives Matter stuff over a misunderstanding from text messages from a YouTube blogger, ATLian, you know what I'm saying, that was on YouTube last year. Girl, it's foolish. Completely foolish. Are you going to watch Beverly Hills this season? Yes, we are, because I will be reviewing it entirely. We will also be discussing it on the panel. So, yes, I am chunky. Cletus, Rebel Cletus, you know what? Take your troll ass back up to the bridge. I don't have time for them. But yes, we're going to be watching Beverly Hills. We're going to be reviewing it on the panel because we like Garcelle, who's on there. We also like, there's the new, I think she's like an Asian woman, I believe, that's on there too. So we like them. So we're gonna review it because it comes back, I believe, next month. There's a lot of shows that is coming on in the end of April, also in early May that we're covering. So yeah. But yeah. I thought was that all that was on my little list? Let me see. Because we did Porsha and them. Oh, I did want to discuss Black trauma movies is the one thing I wanted to also discuss. So the show that's on that's called Them. People were suggesting for me to watch them, but I kept seeing comments and stuff on social media about how it's like racism completes, beatings, and this is just a craziness from back in the day. And I felt like, do we need more trauma movies and TV shows that shows Black pain of what we experienced in the past and what our ancestors had went through? And I feel like, no, I don't want to see any more Thems. I don't want to see any more Get Outs. I don't want to see any more, even Lovecraft Country, which is a great show. I still feel like I don't match another season of that. Even that was a bit much, but I heard that Them was even worse. I seen one explanation of a scene, something about some eye pokers or whatever. I was like, I don't want to see that. Like, I don't need to see Black folks being tortured to be informed of how hard it was for us in Jim Crow and before. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that. So I do wish people would come up with other things to show us besides Black pain. Because when you do that, like, it makes us upset. You know what I'm saying? It makes us pissed off. Like, I don't like being pissed off about white folk. I don't. I work with white folk. I don't have time to be pissed off at my white ass boss. It doesn't help my check. Well, it doesn't matter because I get paid anyway. But again, I don't want that. So I do feel like if we keep watching it in a way I feel like it keeps happening to us, I also like it gives crazy people ideas on shit to do. And so I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want that. So I really hope that they do not make more Black trauma movies. We don't need it. There are other stories to tell, to see, to explain of what we went through instead of the Black trauma. Even if you do a slave movie, show the good times, okay? Just ignore the bad shit that we want, because we know it. We've seen it for years. We've seen it. So I'm like, we don't need to keep seeing it. So for me, I'm like, I'm over it. Completely over it. Completely over it. I think people have to be more creative in showing Black pain without having to literally show it. Period. Don't show us the violence. I don't need any of that. None of it. Okay. How do you balance your work schedule with your channel schedule? It's tough. It's hard. It is time consuming. It's tiring. I go to work for 8.5 hours every day, Monday through Friday. And then, like, I'll say this, I get off work 8:30, get home like 8:50, and then I have to either start watching whatever shows I have to watch, or get on a panel, or get on a live. That's why my lives that I do are always at 9:05, because I'm like, I'll be just getting home in time to jump on here. So I don't sleep a lot, but I feel like as a YouTuber, you have to suffer a little bit to get to the point of where you no longer have to post daily. You no longer have to post as much. And I'm still in that grind, even though it's my, I'm at my 4 years right now. 4 years in, I still feel like I'm a newbie, because I am. You know what I'm saying? When Bonnie's been doing it for 11 years, you know what I'm saying? She's amazing. And I can't wait to get to where she is too. Fucking I Need has been doing it for, I think, also 10 or 11, maybe more than 10 or 11 years. He's at a different point. He's amazing. Alex has been at it for 10 years. He's amazing at it. So for me, I'm like, I've only been in it for 4 years, and I'm much further along now than I thought I would be when I started. You know what I'm saying? But I also have a long way to go. So I don't sleep that often. I usually only sleep in on weekends. Like I sleep in until 2 p.m. on weekends because I'm usually up Monday through Fridays like 5 a.m. Because again, I have to watch a show, review a show, and that's why these lives really help us because a live we don't have to edit and upload on that stuff. It's just on YouTube. So these help us tremendously to cut down on time. All the shows that's coming back, in April and May, a lot of my stuff I'm gonna have like 2 lives a day, like at 9 and 10 daily, and then some recorded in between because that's the only way I can get content out. When I first started, I was pushing out at times like 4 videos a day, like every day. I reviewed every show because I wanted people to be able to on my channel and see I had so much content, and that's why I am here now. But it's hard to balance my work schedule and this YouTube schedule because I'm lucky enough where I don't have to be at work at 8 a.m. I start a little bit later than that, so I'm able to sleep in. It's like 11, but then I get off and then I get home, and from like 9 o'clock until like 9 until like 3:30, I'm reviewing, watching, notes, all that stuff. And then from like 3:30 to 5, I'm trying to get my mind shut down to go to bed. And I'm back up at 11. So, it depends. So I'm able to balance it, but again, it's tough. Yeah, so I'm like, I want to go to sleep. I'm just tired, but I can't because I have work to do. Like when I get off of here, I have to watch Ready to Love to do a live review tomorrow. And then I have to get ready for Ayana tomorrow. And then we have Sunday, which is all kind of stuff. So again, it's always a rat race because it's almost so many times a day. Eventually, when I'm making enough on YouTube to quit my regular job, I will easily. But right now, I don't want to do that because again, I'm still a new YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? 4 years is not. I'm not a vet at all. I'm a newbie. So I want to take time to be sure that I have consistency in me doing this, doing that, or whatever. So again, it takes a village, and I'm a village. I'm a village. Will you be watching Miami Housewives when it comes back on? No, I didn't watch it when it was on before. I'm not gonna watch it now. With Beverly Hills Housewives, if y'all have questions, put the word question. I can answer it before I get off here. Because y'all know once I get to the last question, I'm done. But yeah, I didn't watch Miami. And I don't plan to watch it again. It would have to be people. It would have to be a cast I know for me to even watch it. So I don't think I'm gonna do that. Can you start saying what lipstick shade you're wearing like I used to? Oh, I did used to do that. Now the reason I stopped as a YouTuber, we talk so much. You have to have a really good lipstick that doesn't mess up as you're talking, drinking water, whatever. So I'm always wearing Fenty Beauty. I have my look. Girl. So I always have my lipsticks right here. And it's always Fenty Beauty. Now I have a whole drawer full of lipsticks from Kat Von D and also I think Urban Decay and other things, even MAC. But Fenty Beauty works the best. Like this red, I can put on when I go to work and it's still on all day. I have started to not wear my red every day at work because I don't want my lips to get weirdly stained or whatever. So sometimes I just don't wear lipstick at all. But again, I'll try to remember. But just know if y'all see a red lip, it's Fenty Beauty because that's what I wear all the time. Because that's just my thing. Oh, thank you, Sam. Thank you. But yeah, I do have some Urban Decay, but it doesn't always stay on the way I wish it would. So it just depends. But yeah, I've been here for 3 years. Oh, thank you. Yeah, a lot of people have been here from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Right, dedication. It takes. Look, I'll say this. When I started YouTube, yeah, I know the reason I thought it was I didn't want to pay no money on my car insurance, but you not only have to be dedicated, you have to have thick skin. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see, people come at me in the comments now, and they do. So you have to have thick skin no matter how you look, whether you're big, small, black, white, or whatever, because they're always trolls. So, it does take a lot of dedication, consistency, thick skin, and you have to learn when to not respond, and respond in your videos to being, a good person, being a good YouTuber. Like, you can't sometimes let, because somebody put on the panel yesterday, which was on Jamie's channel, someone commented and said, "Oh, Jaylee is slow." And I'm like, "Why the fuck am I slow?" They said Jaylee is genuinely slow. And I'm like, "I'm slow." And I was like, but people will say shit just to say stuff. And so I've learned to ignore the noise. Now, every once in a while, someone will get cussed out. Okay. But on a regular basis, I try my best to ignore the bullshit, because you can't give people their power over you. Stop looking like, man, fuck you. I'm saying, suck a dick. Anyway, I remember you from Bishop Tay channel. I don't know what it is. Thank you. I miss him. He was the first YouTuber I really watched that you put on content. Yeah, thank you. But yeah. So I've been watching since we boot camp. Oh, that's been a while. That show is kind of crazy. But yeah. Anyway, I'm done, y'all. It's been over an hour, which is long enough I thought I would go. But I will possibly do my 4-year live tomorrow with the giveaway rules and stuff, I think. But I don't know. We shall see. But I want y'all to have a good night, a good weekend. I'm going to take my lipstick off. I'm taking my hair down. You know what? We gotta just let it all out, because I'm over the day. It is the weekend, and I haven't cut my hair today. So, it's going to be kind of weird. But again, I will talk to y'all probably tomorrow. Okay, it's like that, whatever. But have a good weekend. Drink some water or some liquor. Okay, and y'all know I always say, do not send your cooch via text. If he wants it, he will come and get it himself. Okay, gotta go. Peace.